This video is sponsored by Dashlane. Stick around to the end to learn more. Guys, we're back again.
We're back, baby.
And we're doing more games where I don't have to see Ralph's face. It's so good. There are benefits to having to lock down.
Sam was away this weekend. He was with his girlfriend on a cruise ship, right,
Well,
Sam?
I was not on a cruise ship. I was on the Murray River, isolated from everyone else. We went away for a few days. So we thought it was still okay to do that, but now we are back. And the world is crazier than ever.
It is. It's pretty nuts. I hope everyone's keeping well out there. Make sure you, as we always say, listen to local authorities. Do what they say. Here in Australia, a whole bunch of stuff is closed. We're still allowed to go outside, and we're still allowed to go to work, depending on what that work is. I'm working here in this Laymen office, but Sam is not. We've decided to not do the whole face-to-face thing for the next little while.
Yep.
So we're going to continue to do videos like this, playing some games, covering the news, and that's pretty much it.
So let's start a tally. So how many days has it been since I've seen you, Ralph? How's it
I don't know. Not enough, man. There should be more on that.
I think it was last Thursday. I think it was last Thursday. So that is...
sweet quarantine. Don't have to see
not
Sam's
last
face.
Thursday, the Thursday before that. So that is like 10 days. Let's try and get this fam to 100 days.
Be perfect.
I think we can do it.
So right now,
what's happening
right
with
now
the
we're
news?
playing Doom Eternal Battle Mode. Now I've played this. I don't like it at all, by the way, but we'll see what we think of it. I've only played like literally 3 rounds, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
but anyway,
we're professionals.
Doom Eternal came out this week, and I guess the first news story is that Doom Eternal predictably is absolutely crushing it.
Of course.
It hit 100,000 concurrent players on Steam alone, which is like twice that of 2016 Doom. And, no surprises there. It's pretty fucking amazing.
Stick together, team. Now, I have not played the campaign yet because I recently got home, and now I'm going to be playing the campaign when I can. Okay, stick together, and let's stick around with our minions.
Stick
let's
together,
hang out with the
team.
minions.
So the way this works, by the way, is that we summon demons and we actually control demons here, and we're fighting against the Slayer.
them?
The Slayer is massively overpowered. 5 seconds to survive.
Come on, boy! Come on! Damn it.
Okay, well,
Alright, so
that's
Doom is
that.
going extremely well. And what are the review scores looking like, Ralph?
Well, the review scores for Doom are basically sort of 9 out of 10 across the board, 9.5. Some 10s, not too many though. Yeah, everyone's like, this is an amazing game. You know, even myself, I'm like, I personally prefer Doom 2016. I think it was a better game overall. I know, right? Watch the like ratio on this video immediately tank. But I do think that, and even then, I still think Doom Eternal is absolutely amazing. One of the best first-person shooters I've ever played. Sam hasn't played it yet. He's going to play it this week, and then we're going to review it for you on the channel if Sam gets around to finishing it.
Yes, and we've also got Half-Life Alyx, so we got a lot to do.
Okay, he's getting low. Oh, he's
getting pretty. Yeah.
Make sure you block his loot. He's gonna try and go for a chain gun now.
Oh, he's so close!
Got him! We got him! Nice.
All
Okay,
right.
so that's how you do it. But look, Doom Eternal, as I said, very glad to see that it's doing well. Can't recommend it enough.
Okay, so speaking of Bethesda, it looks like id wanted to make sure that the people that love good old Doom Eternal didn't have to go through that horrendous DRM business that many games that we are seeing now. Bethesda bring out, they make sure you have to, connect to some online server bullshit. They've released the game, of course. Now, in the actual files, there are 2 types of files that you will find. There is the one that has the DRM, and then there's one called Original. And if you boot that up, it does not, I'm dead. It does not require any DRM to actually get into the game. That's just id being a solid dude. That is id being a solid dude, not making us go through some horrendous DRM business.
All right, so we lost that match, guys. We got 1 kill on the Slayer, though, so that's something, but, that's life. Anyway, let's move on to the next story, which is Scumbag GameStop. Now, this is a story we couldn't cover over the weekend because Sam was away on his cruise ship.
Yeah.
And what happened was that GameStop at some point decided that they were essential retail and that they would stay open and they would actually instruct their staff to defy local law enforcement. They prepared this piece of letter that you should hand to the authorities and say, if you try and shut us down, we'll give you this letter, and corporate says no. And it's like, what the hell, man? Everyone completely lost their minds over that, rightly so. And eventually, the next day, GameStop are like, yeah, we're closing all our stores across the country.
They obviously got a call from some, maybe even Trump. Close the stores now.
I don't think Trump would have called
he wouldn't call them. He wouldn't call them. Maybe Reggie did with his eyes. He just did he did the laser beams.
The fact that, Reggie was actually on the board, or he's about to begin his position on the board of GameStop, and Reggie is just the coolest, nicest human ever. And to have him associated with a company that would be that scummy was super disappointing. So who knows what happened behind the scenes. So just so many rounds into him, eh?
God damn it! I'm gonna die.
I hate this game mode. I actually hate it. I seriously hate it so much. Yeah, it's so boring.
It's really annoying. So Raph doesn't like the campaign and he doesn't like the multiplayer, guys.
I love the campaign. I love the campaign.
Look, Reggie's like, the biggest man kid in the he is. He's like this awesome kid that's also used to be the CEO. Like everyone loves him, and he represents that you can just be, an awesome CEO and be a kid,
Totally.
And for him to be part of now GameStop is really. Well, maybe he can turn it around.
Anyway, let's also move on to the next story, shall we, Sam? What about Half-Life Alyx? Turns out that it's actually a pretty amazing game.
I would have no doubt that it would be actually pretty amazing.
IGN basically called it a masterpiece, gave it a perfect 10.
What?
I'm not surprised. It's their first real game in a long time.
Well, it's actually it's pretty interesting, and it's a shame that we haven't seen anything from them for so long in terms of Half-Life. They've obviously still got the chops for it, for us to wait this long is a real shame. But I am now looking forward to going to the office. When you're not there, so we can self-isolate.
Half-Life Alyx is coming out. Oh, it's out today. Okay, so you don't need an index to play it, by the way. You can get a cheaper cheaper VR headset and play it. Basically, ACG, for example, said absolutely worth getting right now if you're a VR fan. It's a phenomenal game and looks magnificent, even on low, which really surprised me. A lot of it's because of that Half-Life world, which offers something that not a lot of other game environments do. Somehow they always figure out how to mix color and energy with gloominess, and I don't know how they do it, but they do it here. Eurogamer says City 17 provides the setting for a VR adventure filled with detailing. Polygon says Valve has succeeded in just about every goal it's set for this project. The only thing left is whether hardcore fans will be willing to buy and use a virtual reality headset in order to learn what happens in the world of Half-Life. The good news is that those who will likely experience the best VR game to date. So, look, across the board, that's great news. Very happy about that, and, Good guy.
Oh, look, if Polygon
Valve
says it's good, it must be good, guys.
If Polygon says it's good,
it must be good.
I haven't actually read the full review yet, but I'm sure they'll somehow say something in it that's like...
Something.
We all know what we're thinking. We all know what we're thinking,
We
okay?
won't go there. But
anyway, let's... what else has Gabe been up to, Sam?
Good
What's
old
he been saying
Gabe's
lately?
Beautiful segue there, Ralph. Now, Gabe has also been very silent when it comes to, Epic Games. Let's be real. We saw early last year or mid or early last year or whatever, Epic Games jumps on the scene and then says, you know what, guys, we're going to be doing our own platform and we're going to be selling games. And they went down the exclusive route. Everyone was very pissed off about it, but we didn't hear anything from Gaben. Like, I don't think he's said a single thing about this until recently.
I think he said one or two words, but nothing definitive, nothing major.
One or two words, but no sentence, everybody, okay? So this is the first time we're getting sentences from Gabe about this, all right? Gabe says, competition in game stores is awesome for everybody. It keeps us honest. It keeps everybody else honest, Neil says. But it's ugly in the short term. You're like, they're yelling, they're making us look bad, but in the long term, everybody benefits from the discipline and the thoughtfulness it means you have to have about your business by having people come in and challenge you.
Slash PC Gaming immediately on suicide watch after hearing that.
Yes.
They just don't know what to do with themselves, man. They're like, wait, who to trust, who to believe? Nearly got him.
Coming.
Oh my god! I got him.
Got him.
Nice. Yeah, that was totally you, Sam. That was all
that was
you.
Me. I think I got that kill.
No, but look, it is genuinely interesting to hear his thoughts on this issue because it's been such a hostile environment to talk about the PC Game Store, the Epic Game Store, and there's Gabe just basically welcoming it and being like, yeah, cool, we're glad that it exists. He then goes on to throw some serious shade at Apple.
So he actually went on to say, we get a lot more freaked out, not by competition, but by people trying to preclude competition, Neil continues. If you ask us which is scarier, it's people falling in love with Apple's model of controlling everything and having faceless bureaucrats who get to keep your products from entering the market if they don't want it to, or designing a store in a way that minimizes software's value add to experiences and stuff like that. So a lot of shade. I thought there'd be more shade at Epic Games, but actually there's more shade at Apple. Now, it's good to see that Gabe is kind of stepping back from his own product and going, is this good for the market? You know, is this good for the player?
Is this good for the player?
Is it good for the player? And he's obviously thinking, you know what, it is. You know, he might lose a little bit of money along the way. He might lose a little bit of the market share of the pie. I think the only way, if he's going to say he's going to keep them honest, then I really expect him to continue that train of thought and lower his fees of 30%. Because if he's like, oh, it's keeping us honest, guys, well, you are taking 30% from the developers.
I don't think he's got any incentive to do that, given the fact that everyone hates the Epic Store and Steam's still doing just fine and dandy. So
I agree that. I'm not saying
that
he needs to, but it falls right into the camp of what he's saying then. Anyway, interesting.
Yeah, so the last story was also related to Valve, and that is they're actually planning on rebooting Artifact. Now, you might remember Artifact, but you probably don't. It was the Dota card game that was much hyped, and it released, and then it immediately just tanked and disappeared, and no one ever sort of talked about it ever again. And it was a colossal failure, and in fact, recently in an interview, Gaben went on to say that that was a disappointment, and that it was a massive failure for Valve. So he was quite candid about that, but they are reworking it internally. Apparently the rework is so large that they're calling it Artifact 2. So
really,
I wonder if it's going to be as good as Anthem 2, though.
I wonder if it's going to be as good as Artifact 1. But look, I really think that when you have such a colossal failure, I mean, it's hard to rebuild on that IP, right? It's just. Yeah. I mean, Anthem 2 is the same
Dota
thing.
IP is extremely sound. It's just that the card game itself is not at all. But there was issues with monetization in that as well. It was very, very, very hey, pay us money. And that's in contrast to stuff like, the recent Runeterra game from Riot, which is honestly pretty much the best free-to-play model I've ever seen in a free-to-play game, full stop. It's essentially just free cards out the arse, and you just pay for cosmetics. It really is nuts how generous it is. So, they have some work to do there to improve the core game and also to improve the monetization model, but also just getting people interested in card games, because even Runeterra was a great game. It's got a good rap from people who've played it, but it just seems like it's not getting any momentum, because it feels like people aren't playing card games, or at least they're not interested in playing new card games. Do you know what I mean?
This is the thing, right? I find that card games are actually quite unique, because the amount of money and financial investment that you put in really does kind of connect you to that card game more than other things can. Live services, yes, you definitely invest a lot of money, but it's usually the time also that's you've really invested that keeps you there, right? But with card games, I feel like the market, it's hard to re-enter that market when you've already been branded now as a failure product, which is true.
Yeah.
Artifact has been branded as a bit of a meme.
Anyway, guys, that's pretty much the news for today. That's Laymen.
I don't know if we'll be playing Doom
quarantine
again.
news.
I don't know if we'll be doing Doom multiplayer.
I don't think we'll be doing much more of this.
I think we need a bit more of a chill game so we can actually talk more about it and stuff.
Yeah, I think Warzone actually works quite well for that.
And I also think Overwatch. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, so, Overwatch is really chilled. It's all about the chill in Overwatch.
All right, guys, that is it for today. No more silly comments from me. So we will see you next time. Young out. Let's see if we can kill this guy before we finish. Come on.
Oh, we got him.
Yes!
We got one. We got him, guys.
Okay, guys. Thanks, guys. Love you. Appreciate you. Young out.
Yeah, Laymen out.
Hello? Is anyone out there? Repeat, is anybody out there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ralph, is that you? Oh, thank God. Man, I've been quarantined for 14 days, man. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do with this time?
I mean, just watch Netflix and Amazon Prime and all the other streaming stuff that we have, and log into your PSN and play games and just chill out, man.
Can I borrow your passwords? Is that cool?
Hell no.
I forgot all my passwords and I can't get into Netflix!
Well, if you keep forgetting your password, Sam, maybe you should try Dashlane.
That is a good idea, Ralph.
Check out Dashlane, a mobile and desktop app that gives you a shortcut for everything you do online. It saves all your passwords, optionally saves credit card and personal information if you wish, safely in one place, and makes the internet a one-click autofill experience. Pretty cool. Also, provides a security alert system. That's pretty cool. If someone is trying to hack you, Dashlane will let you know they got your back.
Personally, I can't think of a better time to have ready access to all of your online information, like your passwords and optionally your credit card details as well. So check out Dashlane, I guess.
I think it's the time, because it's going to be a very home-heavy time, everybody. But thank you very much, Dashlane, for sponsoring. Guys, click on the link. It's going to be a 30-day free trial. If you click on the link, it helps the Laymen too. We do appreciate you. Love you, and Laymen out.